Closer look at the other key races as results continue to come in now at the 9 o'clock hour.
That's right. And joining us live in the studio right now is Ben Dennis. And Ben, you have been looking at these numbers. And as we talk about the governor's race, the lieutenant governor's race that has already been called by the AP, as well as the attorney general's race. Yeah, you've got some numbers behind you right now.
That's right. Let's talk about the top of the ticket. I would say, according to many analysts, although Rich Marr, we heard earlier in our special election coverage, said that it was somewhat surprising about how early the governor's race was called. But according to the polling, some should not be, suggesting that she would be leading by double digits. Exit polling had her by that, and the polling appeared to be reflective of what happened tonight. We're looking at the lieutenant governor race right here. Since we have it up, let's talk about it. John Reed, again, apparently, according to the Associated Press, the Republican losing to Ghazala Hashmi 54%. But again, let's talk about the gubernatorial here. Abigail Spanberger, the Democrat who just came out and thanked her supporters about that campaign that she had, where she came out on top to be the first female governor of Virginia. She, according to the numbers, is overperforming Kamala Harris in several parts of Virginia, including Loudoun County, where she's ahead of Earl Sears by, get this, 29 points. Harris beat President Trump at the time by 16. This shows that Democrats certainly did an about-face on the issues. So check them out right here. It's the economy that was the top issue facing Virginians, 39%, according to Emerson College and our partners at The Hill. Threats to democracy were seen as the second most important issue, 16%, a distant second, though, followed by health care, immigration, and education. Immigration and education issues were a large part of the Earl Sears campaign and ads that promoted her candidacy. Central and cultural issues appeared to have largely not been at the top of voters' minds. Spanberger hit the affordability issue hard on the campaign trail. It appears Democrats learned some lessons after the 2024 presidential in terms of their messaging. Now, voters were candid about what mattered to them. Take a listen.
I see a lot of families in my neighborhood being affected by different social issues, whether it's the SNAP benefits or jobs, especially in our area with the government jobs either being furloughed.
All right, separately, the AP has called the lieutenant governor's race again for Democrat Ghazala Hashmi over Republican John Reed. Both candidates call Central Virginia home. Exit polling indicated a close race. The two agreed on some issues surrounding affordable housing and health care. Reed hit hard on public safety, cultural issues, and more. Hashmi on women's reproductive rights and the environment, among others. The last holdout of the night. And unsurprisingly, that's the race for attorney general. It was the closest in the polls. The gap getting smaller after Democrat Jay Jones was embroiled in that violent text message controversy. A huge amount of cash was poured into this race after that so-called October surprise. Jason Miyares, the Republican incumbent, is outperforming his Republican counterpart at the top of the ticket, Winsome Earl Sears. That margin between him and Jones is much smaller than the Earl Sears-Spanberger campaign. Exit polling also appears to show Miyares getting more support among voters by percentage than Governor Glenn Youngkin 4 years ago and President Trump last year. Now, right now, we are awaiting word from Winsome Earl Sears as well as a statement from Governor Glenn Youngkin on the top of the ticket. Chris, Susan?
Okay, a lot happening. Ben, thank you. We will continue, of course, cover the election results through the night here on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. And for the latest tomorrow morning, make sure to tune in to Sunrise on the Hill right here in DC News Now. I'll be joining Corey Smith and Hillary Howard tomorrow morning during the 8 o'clock hour to discuss tonight's elections.